Have you ever wondered what happens at an open house and what your responsibilities might be? And is an open house even safe? Well, that's the topic of today's video. So you've listed your home and you're assuming that you need to do an open house. Is that true? Well, not necessarily. Open houses are fairly common. They still are, but they're not always done. Let's talk about some of the pros and cons of an open house. First of all, an open house does give your home more exposure to more buyers. However, in today's market, buyers are not really a problem, at least in March of 2021 in St. Louis. Oftentimes, an open house is kind of a capstone to a weekly event called selling your home, because in today's market, if your home is in good condition, in a good location, and priced right, probably will sell within a week or so. So what typically happens is that the realtor will list your home on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. They will have a couple days of private showings, an open house on Sunday. They'll entertain offers on Monday and make an award. And that's how quickly it can go nowadays. But sometimes there are not enough private showings, depending on how popular your home might be, during the week to accommodate everyone. So one of the pros of holding an open house is that those individuals who might very well become your buyer are able to see your home. You might think that it would reduce the number of private showings you'd have to have during the week, but that's probably not true. You're going to want to have as many people come through your home as possible so that you are hopefully lucky enough to get multiple offers. And also, it gives the neighbors an opportunity to come at a time that's convenient. You might think this is a negative, but it's not. It's really a pro. One of the reasons is the neighbors can often provide useful information to some of the others who are there at the open house, or the agent who might be considering purchasing your home. I know my wife has often talked with neighbors and has been able to turn around and share that good information with those who are visiting the home and were interested in possibly putting in an offer. So having neighbors come is good. And there's another reason why it's good to have neighbors come, and that is they may have family or friends who would be perfect candidates to purchase your home. Now there are some cons. Many of the visitors you're going to get are what we like to call looky-loos. They're not really interested in buying, and they're probably not even pre-approved or pre-qualified, which is necessary to purchase a home in this market. Additionally, rarely someone will steal something, but it can happen. So there are things you can do to safeguard against that, but it is a con of having an open house. And last, you might think, well, I have to get my house ready for this open house. That's an awful lot of work. Well, the reality is you have to get it ready for the private showings anyway, and it needs to stay in that shape throughout that period of time while your house is on the market. So not really a con, but you might think it might be. The reality is if someone is interested in buying your home, they've probably set up a private showing with their realtor, and they've come through at a time before the open house. But again, still, there may be some who can't get a showing, or it's not convenient, and they could wind up at your open house and purchase your home. It happens all the time. So let's talk about the process of holding your house open. What you will have done in advance, of course, is you will have decluttered your home, depersonalized your home, deep cleaned your home, and put away or hidden or removed all valuable items, prescription medications, firearms, and the like. So sometime during the week leading up to the open house, the agent will come and put a rider on their real estate sign in your front yard. That rider is a small card, I'm sure you've seen them, that says your house is open, say Sunday from 1 to 3. And that begins to let people know who drive by and neighbors that your house will be open. What will happen is you will make sure everything's squared away. You will turn on all the lights, and you will collect your children and your pets and all of your cars, and all of that will be removed from your home. And there should be no cars left in the driveway. And you will leave. Let's say that happens around noon. What then happens is the agent who's been putting out directional signs at all the major intersections around your home arrives around 12:30. We have a bag that we put over the sign that it says very clearly open house. And then we go inside, we unlock the door, we go inside, and we lock the door behind us. We get set up, we put out the sign-up sheet and all the brochures and all that. We make sure all the lights are on, and then we go back and unlock the door, and we are open for business. Usually 1 o'clock on a Sunday, but it can be any time. It could be 2 to 4, it could be on a Saturday, it just depends. But often it's 1 o'clock on a Sunday. So we are open. And we are on the main level waiting for visitors to arrive. And when they do arrive, we greet them. We tell them about the home. We say, hey, this is a 2-bedroom, 3-bath home, 3,000 square feet. It's a split level, and it's got a great backyard and the like. And we explain the home to them. We ask them to sign in, and sometimes they do. Sometimes they do, and they don't provide accurate information. But we do try to get them to sign in. And then we let them go off and wander around the house and take a look. Now, the agent is not going to follow them around. And the reason for that is the agent needs to stay on the main floor where visitors are arriving and greet everyone who comes through the door. Also, for security reasons, they don't want to follow someone who's visiting, say, into a bedroom or in the basement. Bad things have happened before. So your agent is going to stay on the main level, and they're not going to stay with them. They can't if we have multiple individuals in the home anyway. And so that's why it's important to make sure that all of your valuables, firearms, prescription drugs, and the like have been removed or extremely well hidden. What then happens is that as they begin to leave, the real estate agent will once again greet them and ask them how it went, request feedback, ask them if they're interested, engage their interest. When everyone has left at 3 o'clock, the real estate agent will lock the door, turn off all the lights, collect all their things, go outside, take off the sign, rider, and they will lock the door behind them, leaving the key in the lockbox. What will then happen is if it's your listing agent who's held the open house, they will reach out to you and tell you how it went. If it's another agent holding the house open for a listing agent, which happens all the time for a reason I'll mention in just a second, then they will provide that feedback to your listing agent and they will reach out to you. Now, the reason your listing agent might not be able to hold your house open is that they have other open houses at the very same time. That often happens. And it's not a problem to have another agent hold your house open. They've spoken with a listing agent, they understand your home, they have toured the home most likely, and they're prepared to sell your home as well as the listing agent could sell your home. So one of the questions we get asked all the time is, why do I have to leave my home? And that's a great question, and there are several reasons why it's important for you to leave your home during the open house and to stay away. Don't sit out in your car out front, don't sit down the block, don't sneak back in to see how it's going. Disappear for those 3 hours. The reason why it's important for you not to be there is it can be very uncomfortable for buyers to actually meet with a seller. Also, you can discuss things with the seller, or with the buyer rather, that could ruin your negotiating position. You've hired an agent to take care of that for you, and they will. Just don't try to interfere. I tell you, it will not go well for you for an awful lot of reasons. Also, having someone walking around your home and finding fault with various features, and they will, can be very disturbing, and you really don't want to subject yourself to that. Open houses in a normal market don't sell houses that often. Again, it's the private showings that sell homes, but they do sell homes occasionally, and especially in this market. So if an open house makes sense for you, discuss that with your agent and then go for it. The bottom line is that not every situation is the same, and not all houses require open houses, and you may not even want to do one. So that's up to you. So my wife and I sell real estate in the St. Louis area. We have a great website. We specialize in working with veterans. You can check out our website. And if we can answer any questions at all, or if we can be of any use, please reach out to us. If you liked this video, please subscribe so you'll be notified when we have future videos, which we do every week on Thursdays. And be safe and good luck.